Hester Workman was born on Thursday, August 8, 1974. She worked as a legal support staff supervisor for the Kansas State Board of Healing Arts, a licensing and regulatory board authorized by law to license, regulate, or discipline a prescriber or dispenser. Hester was a single mother and lived in Topeka, Kansas with her son, 16-year-old Dylan J., while her daughter, 13-year-old Sydney J., lived with their father, David. Tragically, on Saturday, April 24, 2021, Hester's life will come to a brutal end at just the age of 46. On the evening of April 24, 2021, at 7:13 p.m., Dylan arrived home from work at 2843 Southwest James. While pulling into the driveway, he felt the bump and got out to see what he had hit. To Dylan's horror, he found his mother lying on the floor of the garage with a trail of blood next to her. Frantic, Dylan immediately called 911 and reported that he may have accidentally run over his mother. When Topeka police and investigators arrived at the home and checked Hester's body, they discovered that she had not been hit with the car, but she had in fact been hit in the head several times with a blunt object, and they ruled her death a homicide. The following day, on Sunday, April 25th, Dylan invited his best friend over, 16-year-old Amadeus Courage Ballou Meyer, to comfort him as he was grieving the loss of his mother. Amadeus consoled Dylan, even hugging him and telling him he couldn't possibly imagine what it would be like to lose a parent. After spending the day with Amadeus, Dylan went over to his neighbor's home, Macy Watson, to watch the surveillance footage from the camera that faced his home, and he was completely shocked when he saw a male figure running away from his home holding a baseball bat. Dylan immediately recognized the male as his best friend, Amadeus, the same best friend who had just hugged him hours before and had spent at least 3 days a week at his home over the past few months. Investigators also had the same footage after obtaining it when they canvassed the neighborhood the previous night. 2 days later, on April 27th, Amadeus was arrested at his grandmother's home. When Topeka police attempted to detain him, Amadeus attempted to jump off the second-floor balcony. Back at the police station when questioned, Amadeus initially told investigators he snuck up behind Hester in the garage as a harmless prank and thought that it would be funny. But it scared her and she accidentally fell backwards and hit her head on a metal rail. He claims that he wanted to put Hester out of her misery, so he hit her over the head with the baseball bat twice, ran away, and threw it in a nearby creek. Later, a disc golfer found the bat and initially he took it home, but later handed it over to the authorities after learning they were looking for it. But Amadeus later changed his story again and admitted he wanted to quote-unquote scare Hester by sneaking into her home and pushing her. He claims that when he pushed her, she fell backward on the step and hit her head, and that's when he hit her in the head with the baseball bat. Amadeus stated that he targeted his best friend's mother simply because he was mad at Dylan for not allowing him to smoke in his car. Amadeus made his first court appearance on April 29, 2021 via Zoom in Shawnee County District Court. He was charged with 1 count of premeditated first-degree murder, first-degree felony murder, aggravated burglary, aggravated battery, and interference with law enforcement and theft. He also faced charges of sexual exploitation against a child from a June 2019 incident. Amadeus allegedly had videos of an underage relative getting dressed on his phone. The videos were found by the child's mother and she called the police. Due to his age at the time of the crime, Amadeus was charged as a juvenile, but the prosecuting DA was able to obtain authorization to prosecute him as an adult. On July 22, 2022, Amadeus pled guilty to premeditated murder in the first degree in exchange for the other 3 charges to be dropped. On Wednesday, October 13, 2022, Amadeus Courage Ballou Myers was sentenced to life in prison with the eligibility of parole after 50 years. A GoFundMe was set up for Hester Workman by the children's father, David, and it will be in the description box below.